Like, I swear to God, it feels like you're watching magic at work. I'm just like, oh my God, did you know the AI can do this? Not like ChatGPT. Like, we're actually following up with leads, booking appointments, and even collecting prepaid appointments, all with AI, like a fake human. We just started a roofer literally 2 weeks ago, $10,000 for AI follow-up DBR only.
Once you start getting clients, you see all the other people prospecting your clients.
Yep.
Like, delete.
Yep. Same. Mark as spam. Anybody spending money on ads, they're not performing how they think they should. We literally, it's one offer, one bot, one use case is always sell. Like, Russell Brunson would be proud of me right now if he saw this campaign.
Jeff Lopez, welcome to the show, man.
Man, thank you. Thanks for having me.
This is so cool. I love your place. For anybody just listening, we are in Leander, Texas, just outside Austin, and we're at Plus Plus headquarters.
Yes, sir.
World HQ.
Yeah.
Which is basically just a bunch of filming setups.
Pretty much, yeah. A bunch of fake rooms. Like, the other side, way different than this.
Yeah. So you have a very cool, like, agency story, pretty quick come up, and then transitioned into what you're doing now. I want to hear that story, but for those listening, so you know this will be worth your time, the main thing we're going to focus on is what's working right now. Stories from the last month or so from your agency, which is an AI employee agency for anyone that doesn't know, and the people that you've helped, other stuff you've seen in the space, and because you have a very, very close finger on this. Every single day you're talking to people that are selling, delivering, and you're dealing with clients who are, you know, your clients in your agency. So I want to get into that, but let's give me like 2 minutes background on you. How did you get to this point?
Yeah, roughly, and cut me off if I start yapping. But pretty much I got into agency space 2019, struggled for like 6 months to get a client. Got my first client. Unfortunately, I was down bad, about to get my car repossessed, living with my grandma. Like, it was not an option to not make it work. So got good results, asked for referral, asked for another referral, spoke at an event, and long story short, was able to grow to a $1 million agency run rate within 6 months. From there, we got really deep in the agency space. I never thought that I would be working with chiropractors. I mean, I didn't even go to college, and like, it was like imposter syndrome to the max. But we were able to then partner with a medical device manufacturer. We went and started our own supplement line and started rolling this stuff out. And I only say all that to, we got super deep in our industry. Like, I wasn't online much because like our agency was growing so rapidly. But I think it was like 18 months ago, my wife's cousin, Charles, came in and he's like talking about AI, as of course everybody is.
For instance, right now you answered the phone, which is super awesome, but I know sometimes as an ex-detailer, you can't get to the phone all the time. So basically you would follow up with the lead, the AI would have the conversation and potentially book you some appointments to your calendar without you having to pick up the phone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, what's the price?
And he was like, we should try this to replace the call centers that you're paying like all this money to follow up with your clients' leads. I was like, you know, when you have like a lot of clients, it's almost like trying to turn around a cruise ship. It's like, that would take so long to implement, and I know nothing about it. Like, it's terrifying. But he's like, let me try it on one client. I was like, all right, it's your butt if if it doesn't work. But he got it working, and it was actually better than like the call centers. It was better than like our stateside team and the VAs that we were using. And long story short, we rolled it out, and within a few weeks, we had 21 clients using the AI, and again, better results than call center, et cetera. So roughly, I saw how well that was working, and man, I like to talk. If anybody knows me, like, I'm talking to everybody about, dude, this AI is crushing it. And then everybody's asking like, oh, will it work for this? Will it work for that? We just started trying it, and it did. And then from there, I was like, you know, I think there's something to this AI thing. And I know that sounds crazy saying it now, but like 18 months ago with these AI employees, they weren't where they are now. So like, to have that idea, it sounded crazy, but I made a joke to my partner in the agency. I was like, dude, I think I want to be done with the agency thing and like focus 100% on AI. And of course, he took that and ran with it, offered to buy me out, and I agreed. And we've been building and selling AI employees for the last 18 months and teaching lots of others how to do it. So hopefully I kept that at 2 minutes.
Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. So backtracking a little bit, the offer at the agency, the initial one, and the way you got your first client, what was that offer? What was that process?
Yeah, so I was just doing a typical ads agency. When I got my first client, I had never even run an ad campaign, so like, I was just regurgitating what I'd heard from people online, but I was selling Facebook ads management for $2,500 a month. That included ad spend, and I got my first client by sending a Loom video. I mean, I tried walking into businesses, I got kicked out. They were not as nice to me as they are to you in your videos. I was trying cold calling, but what landed for me was sending Loom videos. I would make it a point to send 10 every day before lunch, and after a few weeks of doing that, like, I guess I got my cadence down. I was less nervous, but like, people started responding, and I got my first client from a Loom video.
Wow. And they were here local in Leander, near us?
So at that time, I was in Kansas because I literally had to get out of the music scene. For those that don't know, I used to be an audio engineer, but I moved in with my grandma so I could try to focus on running ads. And the client that I got was in Overland Park, Kansas, which is like 2.5 hours away. Just pure fate. Like I was reaching out to anybody and everybody, like nail salons in Tennessee. Like it did not matter. If you were a business, you were getting a loom from Jeff Lopez.
Okay. I love it. And you're in your grandma's basement.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And now what's the offer? You guys have like 42 clients, you said, in the AI employee agency. What are you selling for how much and to whom?
Yeah, so good question. So when we shifted or hard pivot into just AI employees, a lot of our clients from the agency came over with us. They're still running ads with that company, but we're fulfilling on the follow-up side. When they generate leads, we are following up with conversational AI, and we charge anywhere from $2,000 to $15,000 to set it up, and I know that's a huge spectrum. I'll explain here in a sec.
Yeah.
Our body contouring clients, it's about $2,500 to set up, and then $297 a month. And that was because we priced it too low in the beginning. We didn't know how valuable they were. So about half our clients are on that. Then we started getting, we got life insurance brokerages, we've got roofers, and those are the ones that because their tickets for their deals are so much higher, we're able to charge $10,000 and $15,000 to set it up, and then up to $997 per month for us to run just AI for them. And then we got, I think, 5 clients now that are running ads, so it's $2,000 a month after a $6,000 setup fee. So I know that's a little all over the place, but that's just because it was trial and error in the beginning, and now we kind of got a good process for it.
Yeah, so basically what you've done with your community is document building this agency, right?
Yeah, from the get-go. Yeah.
And I love that, and that's why I wanted to come talk to you guys, because there's a lot of stories out there. You can listen to founder stories all day, but what I really am interested in is what's working right now. Like we're recording this October 8th, 2025. Hopefully publish it by the end of October. And these stories, I want people to carry them for the next 6 months.
Gotcha.
So you told me before off air that you have a video of you and Charles sitting on like the tiny little daycare stool selling a daycare.
Yeah.
An AI employee. Tell me how you got that client, that story.
Gotcha. So again, just in talking about like when you start using AI employees and they start working, it literally is like, it feels like magic. Like I swear to God, it feels like you're watching magic at work. Like they're qualifying and booking leads as good as a human, a lot of times better. And so in doing that, I mean, pretty much, I don't talk about sports. I'm not like that guy. I don't watch a lot of sports or anything like that. If I'm talking to a friend, it's about what's going on in my business. And I'm just like, oh my God, did you know that AI can do this? Not like ChatGPT. Like we're actually following up with leads, booking appointments, and even collecting prepaid appointments, all with AI, like a fake human. And so like, yeah, like, but like it was one of those things where I was just so excited about it. And then people were like, oh, do you think this could work? And it's like, oh, well, this person has a daycare. Do you think it could work for them? Because right now, and what it was for them is they said that there was one person running the daycare. They had employees, but they said they were waiting until recess or after hours to follow up with the inquiries on Facebook because they didn't trust their team to, handle these conversations and book what they call tours. So they're like, do you think you could do it for that? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know anything about kids, but let's, we'll pull up and see what happens. And then so we started talking to her. She created another recess just for us to talk. So the kids go out and like it's like these tiny little tables with these little chairs, and like we're sitting there asking her all these questions that we'd ask any business. And she was breaking down her process, and we're like, yeah, I think this can work for you. So she was game for it, and we decided to roll one out for a daycare. So, but again, it was just like we got excited talking about it, and then when people hear about it, they either have a business and could use it, or like the wheels start turning, or they know somebody and they're like, oh, well, Jeff might be able to use this. And we just started getting referrals left and right.
It's such a hack when you just talk
to
your network.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, yapping over here. Yeah. So you said body contouring, sounds like a daycare, roofing, and what was the other niche you mentioned?
We've built them in 19 industries now. The ones that we have, car detailers, big, body contouring, roofers, life insurance, and then daycare. And then I don't think we have any other stragglers that are like active clients, but that's it.
And what are you using to deliver?
So we were using Closebot for a lot of this, and then now like we're actually building our new builds in conversational AI in GHL. So like we still have some that are on Closebot, don't get me wrong, but the AI in GHL is good enough for more than half the people that we work with, unless it's like a super complex situation.
Yeah, so talk about that a little bit, because that's a huge button or a big topic. Closebot versus GHL. It sounds to me that it's not one or the other. It's certain situations require this one, certain situations, this one's fine.
Yeah, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers either way. I've been with CloseBot since the beginning. Love CloseBot. They're very advanced. Like I would almost call it like the Mercedes or the Cadillac of conversational AI because it's their sole focus. Like when you put that much effort and energy into something, like it's bound to be at the top of its game. But most of the clients, they don't warrant that complex of a setup. Like most people are failing on the fact that they are simply just not following up with leads in a timely manner. Like and I don't know about you, I'm the same way as most people. If I don't get a hold of you fast, it's like I'm not waiting for the best business. I'm just going to call the next person and see who I can get a hold of or inquire online somewhere else. And just because people aren't getting to them fast enough, they're losing business. So conversational AI and GHL is finally to a point where it can handle all of that. And we have access to the V3, which is the flow builder now. And it's even better, like we can route conversations based on what people say if they're interested in different services. So for, I'd say at least 80% of businesses that we work with, because we don't go looking for the complex stuff. Like I like the super simple, if I can just plug this in a day and it works for you, like that's the type of client. Like I'm lazy, as bad as it sounds, but like it gets a result. So that's good for 80% of businesses. CloseBot, on the other hand, if you want to do like more complex things, and some would say it's easier to build. I mean, we've built so many, like it feels the same in a lot of the platforms, but it just has a lot more complexity to it in a good way. Like you can just do a lot more complex things with it. Certain scenarios can, but again, GHL is on the tail when it comes to that.
Okay. So give me like a real scenario where you had to use CloseBot.
The life insurance brokerage has 27 reps. Each rep's talking about, and I'm going to butcher this for my life insurance people. I just hear Charles talking about it. They talk about like Medicare, Medicaid, life insurance, IULs, all these different like complex things. And sometimes somebody could be going through a flow and, you know, that we're talking about IULs, but then something happens and now they're interested in whole life or whatever, whole life term policies, whatever. But then it can literally kind of adapt and like, you know, switch easier versus like you do something like that on a not as complex of a system. It starts getting a little wonky and you can kind of lose the customer or client that way. That's one in particular. The other thing is right now being able to detect, like, let's just say a coaching client. We worked with Max Person, who at the time was the biggest school community on school, like 180,000 leads. And he was qualifying people. But a lot of times through that qualification, they'd find out that they're not a good fit for their $1,000 a month mastermind, and they just want to sell them a course. That was another one we used CloseBot for because we could be qualifying for a series of 5 to 10 questions, and then at the end, it's like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm not ready for that. And a typical conversational flow, you're kind of stuck down deep in the process versus like a CloseBot. Okay, now we can reroute them back to talking about a course to get them ready before they're ready to ascend to that. So if that makes sense, just...
No, yeah, that's great. And this new flow builder from High Level, when does it launch?
I've heard Level Up. It's ready though. Like, I mean, we're playing with it, we're building in it, and it's pretty freaking solid. I mean, we do have like a little list of wish list stuff that we're talking to the developers about, but it should launch by Level Up, and it's pretty dang good.
That's great. So anyone listening, you don't need an extra subscription. If you want to get deep, and you get a really complicated client, then that's the time to sign up for CloseBot, probably. For
sure. Yeah, I love CloseBot. Like I said, it's the other time I would say it's time to sign up for CloseBot, and this is, again, nobody hate me. CloseBot is technically cheaper if you have a bunch of clients because, like, if you're per account paying $97 a month for conversational AI and GHL, well, for clients, I mean, $397 a month or whatever CloseBot's agency level, that's unlimited accounts. So can be technically cheaper once you start actually selling a lot of AI employees.
All right, so I'd love to hear some of the client getting strategies that are working right now.
My favorite, Loom videos still work. Like 2019, I was sending Loom videos. They work even better now. And here, I'll give everybody the sauce. Like, and I see a lot of people reteaching this stuff, but Facebook ads library, Google ads library, or just search Google and find those sponsored listings. Anybody that's actively paying for traffic, they're getting attention, they're getting eyeballs. And I've worked with over 400 like ads clients. I even got a guy a 20-to-1 return on ads, and he dropped me like the same month to try something better to get better conversions. I'm like, dude, this, like, Russell Brunson would be proud of me right now if he saw this campaign.
Dan Kennedy would.
No joke. Yeah, Dan Kennedy would be. Anybody, really. But I was like just shocked that like it doesn't matter what you do, like people still want more out of their leads. But I started using that as a strategy. I started reaching out to people that are running ads, and I'm saying, hey, Keaton, I see you guys are running ads. You guys look like you do great work, and it looks like you're getting leads, but they're not turning into paying customers like they should be. We have a brand new tool. I'm not trying to take over and run your ads, but we have this tool we can plug in that will help convert more of these into paying customers. If you got 10 to 15 minutes, love to show you how it works. No harm if you don't want to move forward, but you'll at least have seen something cool. Talk soon. Literally my spiel. Average video is like 27, 28 seconds long, but you're doing a couple things. Like you're hitting those curiosity factors. And again, I promise you, anybody spending money on ads, especially a business owner that doesn't know the game and cold traffic and percentages, et cetera, they're wishing that they're getting more out of their ads. They're not performing how they think they should, even if you get them a 20 to 1 return on their ad spend. So that being said, a lot of people will be like, dang, how does he know like I'm getting these leads and they're not converting? Like, how does he know? And then like, they at least want to hear you out. So like we book a very high percentage of those people at least on a call. And then from there, we just have a script and basically just ask them, how many leads you getting? What are they worth to you? You know, how fast are we getting to them? Oh my gosh, there's a huge gap right here that this thing fits perfectly in. So my favorite still is Loom videos, and I've taught tons of people like how to do that, and they get their first clients. Also, this does not sound sexy whatsoever. Cold calling works in the same fashion because everybody hangs up as soon as you say SEO, marketing, ads, because they've heard it a million times. You say, hey, I saw you guys are running ads. You guys still run that promotion for the ceramic coating? Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like you're getting leads, and don't worry, I'm not like an ads guy, but we have a tool that can help you turn more of those into full ceramic coating jobs. You got like 10 to 15 minutes. They always want to hear you out. Like, so again, you're not trying to sell like the same run of the mill services. Those are like the two easy ones. And then the other one that's a little more expensive to do, but in terms of return on investment, it's very lucrative, is running ads to VSLs. And like, I make like these 10, 11 minute videos that I'll run ads to. And I literally just paint the picture of like, here's what happens when somebody opts in. It's 2025. Do you think that they're waiting on you, even if you're getting back to them in a day? Do you think that they're waiting on you to do business with you? Like, you're not that special. You know, here's how we solve this. And I even put the price and everything in there, and people book calls from that. So we get clients from VSLs as well.
The email with the Loom video, what does it say? And are you sending like 100 a day, or is it pretty low volume?
Low volume. I'm always, and I'll fight people to the death on this, but they always say like use Apify and scrape and send a gazillion. No. Like quality trumps quality trumps quantity every time. So my goal when sending Loom videos is no more than 20 in a day. But really 10 a day is like perfect. And I'm doing a little bit of research. I'm looking at somebody that's running ads. I will filter it and see how long those ads have been running. Because if they started in a day or two, they may not know that their ads aren't performing. But if they've been running for a few months, I know they know their ads aren't performing like they want. And then I'll also go and do a little research on their page. Are they current with posting? Do they have reviews? What are people saying about them? And then I'll send a hyper-personalized video, and I'll actually do it through Facebook Messenger as long as I don't get blocked on Facebook Messenger. But how I do it, and some people always debate the morals here. I reach out and just say, hey, how long a warranty do you guys have on your roof? Or how, what type of ceramic coating are you using? Only reason I do that, I'm not trying to bait them to think I'm a customer, but I want to open up the gate to where I can actually send a link. Because if you send a dry link in an email, spam. If you send a dry link in Facebook, blocked. Like Facebook will put you in Facebook jail. So I just say, hey, what type of a warranty do you offer on X, Y, and Z? Or hey, is this promotion still going on? As soon as they say yes, I just make a Loom video, and it's exactly what I just said. It's like I have their page pulled up, Loom 321. I'm like, hey, I was actually just on Facebook, kind of stumbled upon your ads. I don't know how, but it looks like they're pretty good ads. It looks like you're getting leads, but they're not turning into paying customers like they should be. Now, don't worry, I'm not trying to be your ads guy. I don't run ads, but I do have a tool that can help you turn more of these into full Botox appointments or whatever it is. If you got 10 to 15 minutes, I'd love to talk to you. If not, no worries. You'll at least have seen something cool. Click, and then I'm done. But as soon as they respond and say yes, I just dry send the Loom. And then I just say, hope this helps. So like now they see this little picture because Loom does the little screenshot of it shows their page. Everybody always wants to know, like, what the hell does this guy want? Like, it's like my website or my Facebook page. So at least watch it. Loom lets me know that they've watched it. And then again, I say, hope this helps. Like there's no context whatsoever. Like they have to watch the video. And then we get responses, or if we don't, we bump it up from there. But that's it. And I can do that over email, or I can do that over Facebook. The process is like the same.
Nice. And on Facebook, you're sending to the business page or the owner's personal?
Business page. And from my personal page. Everybody always asks if I'm sending it from my business page. No. You want to look like some Joe Schmo.
That's cool. I like the business page one. That's how I got my first client too.
Oh, same?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Loom gang. Man.
Not a Loom. It was it was like a research call. But But the business page, it's so funny because I would like once you start getting clients, you see all the other people prospecting your clients.
Yep.
Like delete.
Yep. Same. Mark as spam.
I can't believe all these spammers messaging you. I'm totally different than all of them.
Right. Yeah.
And you know what's funny is the way that you reach out. I was talking to a AI employee, potential client. Seems like they'll close, and I actually need to follow up with them. But can this AI, voice AI, right? Can it like filter the spammers who are calling me? It's like, yeah, totally. Like we can teach you how to like handle that. And he's like, yeah, because I don't have any problem programming the bot to say we're on the do not call list and like,
oh gosh,
like all this, just going on. And I'm like, you realize like I solicited you to get on this call, and it was a tricky strategy. I actually posted it in like a local Facebook group, and I was like, hey, I'll pay you $50 if you let me build you a free demo of an AI employee.
That's fire. Sorry, that's good because that's
right?
cheaper than running ads. Like,
right? Yeah. And I think it gets beginners used to like invest and come back. So when they're more ready to run ads, I actually did it in person as well. I brought I had 50s, 20s, and 10s, and I tested out different ones. But the one that went, the conversation that went the best, I walked in and I was like, hey, I'm selling something, but I don't expect you to listen to me without getting paid. Here's $10. Can you hear me out? And she was like, sure. And loved the demo, like went back and talked to the manager yesterday. But yeah, the whole, there's something that's working right now. I haven't actually converted anyone from it, but it definitely
I like that.
Really opens up the conversation in those cold ones. But yeah, I thought it was funny that the guy was like all upset about all the spammers and everything. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally different than them.
His next 100%. Question, can you trigger lawsuits from this AI? Like, whoa.
Exactly. We had Loom videos, we had ads to a VSL, and what was the second one you mentioned?
Cold calls. Like I said, it's the most unsexy thing in the world. But Charles actually, he came from the insurance agency space, and he'll just like go into this emotionless state and just call, and same thing, like, hey, saw your ads, or da-da-da-da. And then they're like, oh, yeah, I got 5-10 minutes. Or like we've had people pass along the info because I guess they understand or know that the ads aren't performing. But cold calling has worked like I've never seen before.
Yeah, the gatekeepers want to look good to their employers. And so if the offer is, it's kind of like about what's relevant, like ads and, even Google ads, that aren't as, I would say, as spammed as much as Facebook ads in terms of offer. Like they've just been around so long that it's boring. But this AI stuff is so hot that it's like you can, as long as you don't talk about it in the wrong way, or like you position yourself as hey, you're going to see something cool. I built this for you, or whatever your intro is, in a completely different category nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think, like you said it perfectly, is marketing services, SEO, all the stuff that's been around forever. Like that literally translates to spam these days. Like, oh, no, like I'm good on that. What I found that really works, like we don't even use the terms AI in most of our outreach because some people are still scared of it. Like they think AI is going to take our jobs or whatever, and it will. But I call it a tool, and tool, and I've tested a bunch of different verbiage. Like we track a lot of everything that we do. Tools seem to get more people to respond because it sounds less threatening. It also sounds cheaper, and we couple that with like, I'm not trying to run your ads or anything like that, but we have this new tool that can help you turn more of those into paying customers. Would love to show you it. So we don't even use the word AI. Then when we get them on the call, ask that series of questions, they're invested in it. Then we have this thing. It's called an AI employee. So we really withhold that information unless they really ask for it up front, which usually nobody does.
And most of these bots, are they just for the ads that people are running? You're not actually plugging into like customer service.
Dude, when I say like we're lazy, we have a model that we live by: simple sells, simple scales. Like everybody in our communities knows we like preach that. I probably will end up with a tat sometime. Yeah. But like we literally, it's one offer, one bot, one use case is all we sell. Now we do have clients that after we get them up and running, they're familiar with the process, everything's working, we'll either add another modality, like if it's a chiropractor, or we'll add an FAQ bot to their website. But no, I'm finding them running ads. These aren't converting like they should be. Let me plug this thing in, and we're only running it for that specific offer. And we even tell them up front because we know they'll want more. It's like, hey, we're going to build this for this. What usually always happens, and we kind of plant that seed, is people want to figure out what else it can do. So after 90 days, if this is working like we should, you like it, you're familiar with the process, we can talk about adding, this for other areas of your business. So we plant that seed and sell them from there. But yeah, that's it.
It kind of gets over the like, do you integrate with my whatever software thing as well? Because you're just like, let's just, if you hate this in 14 days, like we can actually unplug and leave and you didn't like commit to this huge process, and it's just a small yes. Have you run into those type of things where they want you to integrate and how do you handle that?
We politely say no. I mean, unless they have like very easy integration. The only integration that we'll typically do is we will do connecting to a Google Calendar if it syncs with their other platform. So like conversationally book, we want that to happen, and that has to happen through Go High Levels calendars. So if there's a two-way sync that could be done with a Google Calendar, we'll integrate that. But the thing I tell everybody, and this changes the game for them, they always ask, like, what happens if they wanted to integrate with this? It's like, hey, we don't integrate with that. We have a conversational hub, which we'll give you access to. The way it works is we're going to, qualify these leads as soon as they come in from your ads. We'll ask the questions, we'll book them on the calendar, and then the only thing that you have to do is manually type that information into your new CRM. So again, there's a way of saying it, and it kind of prefaces is you can say, yeah, you'll just have to do this, versus like, yeah, you only have to do this, which takes about 30 seconds. And we make it like it's standard protocol, no big deal. And I always tell everybody, it's not a big deal if you don't make it a big deal. So if they ask to integrate, no, we don't. The way it works is this is just the conversational piece. Once it gets to whatever checkpoint we determine, if that's booking an appointment or answering X, Y, and Z questions, then all you have to do is take this information and plug it into your CRM, and you guys are off to the races like you normally would be. And they're like, oh, okay. But again, if you make it like, oh, shoot, let me check. No, we don't check. We don't, we're not doing that.
So how do you handle like someone needs to book an appointment and the bot offers them a few, like you just sort of like create fake appointments inside of a high-level calendar that are, explaining the availability that's there. They choose one, and then the office like books that back in, or how does that work?
Great question. So we do it one of two ways, because we work with a lot of chiropractors, and a lot of them are not using Go High Levels calendars, and they use medical health record systems or electronic health record systems that don't play nice with Google Calendar. So we'll either take the link, and after all objectives are completed, then we'll just send a link for them to book, and then we'll notify the client, hey, a booking link has been sent, check this within 30 minutes, and then slide the card over if they end up booking in the pipeline at High Level. Or we book an appointment request, and we make it very apparent to the lead that it's an appointment request, and it'll be confirmed within 24 hours. So then again, appointment request is booked, notifies the people, and then they confirm or deny or reach out to the person to schedule them appropriately.
One thing I've been hearing from the marketplace at large is like, oh, well, I don't want to sell this AI stuff because, whatever EHR system the chiropractor's using or whatever, every CRM is going to come out with something AI. They're going to offer it for $50 a month. And, I'm just going to be out of a job. Like all my clients are going to leave. Yeah. What do you say to that?
That mindset, you will be, but
amen.
Let me
say it again.
Yeah, for the people in the back. No, honestly though, like, I mean, we hear that on a daily basis, like from our members. The thing I tell them is like, dude, there's like never been a shortage of like the people that come out of the woodwork with the cheaper option, the more integrated option or whatever. But like the thing like that we always sell is, there's one, it's either Service Titan or Job Nimbus. It's big in like the roofing and contractor space. They now have AI agents and stuff, and you can add it for like $300 a month. But at the same time, these bigger companies that are integrating it, it does not come with support. It does not come with a dedicated person that specializes in this industry. I had a lawyer that we were talking to once, and we were quoting him $2,500. And he's like, yeah, but this, I don't want to say the name of the software because I don't know who they are, but he's like, it's only $99 a month. And I was like, okay, can you send me the website? And honestly, the website looked amazing. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, they do this for dentists, lawyers, this. I was like, what makes you think they're going to be great with lawyers? I was like, we only are building this for you based on your information. Like, do you get somebody that builds this for you or you have to do it? He's like, oh, well, I have to do it. I was like, okay, well, you got to set this up. I was like, don't you want to do like lawyer things and like close cases or, win cases, et cetera? I was like, well, let us handle this. I mean, because honestly, you fumbling around with this for a month or two is going to more than cover the cost of our fee if we just do it for you and you can focus on what you do best. So sell the expertise of like, I always tell our clients and members, like, we're giving white glove customer service to our clients. Like, we're taking this off their plate. The person that wants to do it all themselves, cool, go sign up for $99, beat your head into a wall trying to figure this thing out and make less money than you probably would if you just like, invested into people that actually know what they're doing. Yeah. And again, there's gonna be people that want to go with that. My clients don't. We just charged a guy, roofer, literally 2 weeks ago, $10,000 for an AI follow-up DBR only. Not even following up with his leads from his stuff. But again, it was one of those things. It's like, hey, I've shopped around and I saw as low as $300 and I saw as low as up to $5,000. Why are you guys $10,000? It's like, dude, we've been doing this for like 18 months. We know the roofing space. We know your terms. We're gonna sit in here and build it exactly how you like it. And we're gonna take this off your plate so you can do what you do and close these deals. And then long story short, he's like, $300. I was like, dude, go get it if you want it for $300. I was like, you're talking to us because you don't want to do it. You don't know how, or you just don't want to. It's like, we'll handle this for you. What's one job worth to you? He's like, oh, it could be $7,500, could be $50,000. It's like, okay, and you're complaining about $10,000, and you know it's going to be done right. It's like, all right, fair enough. And like we closed them. So he did half down, and then we even did a performance-based thing to make it a little more comfortable. But it was half down, and then once we book 20 appointments, then he pays the other half. And we launched that this morning. 25 blasts have went out, and we've booked 3 appointments so far. So feeling pretty freaking good about that one. And shout out Charles. I had nothing to do with that one, so that was all Charles. But
Nice.
It was the same situation. He's like, and we laughed when he said, I found somebody that said $300. We're like, go for it, man. Like, good luck.
Yeah, it's such a good. I love the framing there. How'd you get the roofer?
This roofer referral from somebody that we met at an event, and we're just, again, obnoxiously talking about how much we love AI and what we do with it. And he's like, I know this guy, and I won't say his name. We got this crazy NDA with this guy, but he's like, I'll send this guy to you. And then Charles gets on the call, and it's funny because every once in a while, like we were on a call with a company that did $5 billion per year, and we actually had to like not take that one because like it was like a whole marketing floor. Like it was like I was on a webinar, but it was just their marketing team. I was like, this is way too big for me, man. They were asking about like Microsoft Azure and this, and I was like, that was the first time I was ever like, let me check with the team and I'll get back with you. And I just followed up in emails like, sorry, we're not going to do this one. But Charles hopped on a call with this roofer, and like one of the first things he said, he's like, dude, he's like, I've been doing $10 million a year for the last 5 years, and I'm like stuck. We don't remarket to our old leads. We don't follow up with anything. And Charles is just like, dang, like stuck at $10 million a year. Like it was just crazy the level of business owner, but it was just from a referral that somebody heard like, wait, you follow up with old leads with AI? Like this guy he was talking about being stuck. And he just got us on a call, and we never met this guy before, and it took 2 calls, but he signed for $10,000. And then once this works, he wants us to manage it for $1,000 a month to like hit his leads that are coming in like through his website and stuff like that.
So I think what might be interesting to do is have you walk me through what I should do on one of these deals that I'm trying to sell. Mm-hmm. So it's voice AI. This is one where I offered the $10. Mm-hmm. I demoed it, and it's so funny because everybody trashes the voices and like voice AI's voices, right? Like, oh, it sounds so much like a robot. And I demoed it to the assistant manager, asked if she was the manager, says, oh, I'm assistant manager. She's like, it sounds so human. It's amazing.
Well, hang on. You know the people that complain about the voices not sounding human, it's only marketers. Yeah, it's only ever so marketers. True. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, I can't believe that. That's so cool. It's like, cool. And then I went back in. I like tried to catch the manager another day. Went back in. She's like, I kid you not, I demoed it for 10 seconds. I was like, hey, I have an event. I need to come in and get a tanning salon. Mm-hmm. And it was like, yeah, that's awesome. Well, we have this option, this option. She's like, that's amazing.
What's the question here, man?
She's like, I want it.
Get her an invoice, it sounds like.
Like everybody does it nowadays where,
hey, you've reached Palm Beach.
Beaches does it. So.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It seems like there might have...
Sorry to trip it up.
You're good.
No worries at all. If there's something you need help with, feel free to let me know. I'm here to assist.
Hey, yeah, I was thinking about coming in to get a tan. I have an event next week.
Got it. We can definitely help you get event ready. Would you like to book a sunbed tanning session, a spray tan, or explore one of our memberships? Let me know what works best for you.
I've been sick, so what I would do is
But it's a franchise. So and they're actually, it's so funny. She's like, yeah, it's headquartered in Austin. So I'm like, should I swing by while I'm here?
Let me know, man. I'll go with you.
And I don't know if I could find the franchise headquarters, but she's like, she gives me the email. She's like, email the, whatever. They must have like 100+ locations. So if this closes, it could be a really big deal. Mm-hmm. So I took a picture outside the like tanning salon, like pointing to the name, like, hey, I was in your location the other day. I was speaking to the manager's name. And she told me to reach out to you. I have her name. What else? Would you do a Loom video with a little demo? How would you try to push this thing across the finish line?
Catchy subject line on the email for sure. I like the picture idea. That's really good. So I would say if the lady's name was Tammy, Tammy told me to reach out, like in the or Tammy from Naples, Florida, told me to reach out, whatever. In there, I say, hey, I just showed... Roughly, I'm kind of spitballing here. Hey, I just showed Tammy a really cool tool we have to help you guys book more tanning. Now, we're not an ads company. We don't do SEO. I guarantee it's unlike anything you've ever seen. Who can I talk to and get 10 to 15 minutes of your time? And then again, adding that picture, I would do that and then wait for the response because sometimes they'll either forward you to the right person or they'll say, hey, we're not interested. And then I would follow up with a Loom video. But that's what I would do. I always call it like a curiosity cascade. I say as much as I need to, but as little as possible to just get them to respond and engage with me.
Smart.
Because if I can get somebody to talk to me, like I'm gonna win that conversation. Like, so again, tool, don't mention the word AI, because I'm sure if they're a franchise, they're looking into it. I mean, I just helped a kid close a $15,000 deal for a roofing franchise that has over 100 locations. $15,000 pilot, 90 days, $15,000. Crazy.
Okay.
They the crazy part was like he quoted him 15. He was going to quote 5, and I was like, dude, you're on with a company that does $100 million a year, like at least. It's like you will sound so amateur if you quote $5,000. I was like, no less than 10. Like we need 5 digits in here. He's like, man, the conversation went good. I quoted him 15,000, and they jumped on it. He said, yeah, instantly. And then after they signed it, they said, yeah, we were looking at another team that was going to build this for $250,000. And I was like, dude, you shot yourself in the foot so hard. Like,
That's amazing.
but the funny thing was, like, I had hopped on a call with him, with the CEO, and then this other marketing or whatever team that builds the software, and we were talking for a while, but they were literally trying to build everything custom solution. They didn't want to use or they didn't think about using a platform like High Level or whatever the other ones are out there. And so like they weren't even familiar with it, and we showed them, and it was better than anything they were trying to piece together on their own. Because like franchises, the thing that I've noticed is like they're working with these big firms and everything's custom, so they don't even know that like a solution like High Level exists. And when you're building something custom, you don't have the backbone of a $1 billion company like High Level that's already done the R&D, built it, it's good.
Yeah.
It was clunky, the one that they had built, and they'd never been impressed with it. So when we showed them ours, George's, they were like, dude, this is the best I've ever heard. How did you guys do this? We're like, you know.
That's sick.
But
That's sick.
Yeah,
that was a tech spot as well.
That one's
Chat.
voice. That one's
nice.
voice. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'll let you know how that one goes. You can use it as a case study.
Please, yeah. Let me know what they say, good or bad.
Yeah.
I'll coach you through this one, man. I got you.
It's so funny because I literally went to the closest strip mall right by my house just because I don't like driving. So I went there and
Did
I
you
was
walk?
like, so I do ride my bike there, but it's a little too far to walk. It was the last one that I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. Like it's a franchise. Like they're not interested. It was the most positive response. I got to the decision maker very quickly, and they were like, I asked the manager, what's the main value of this? She's like, not having to answer the phone. I hate it.
You're like, you're my perfect client.
And another little hack there. If someone says they like it, ask them what they like about it, because they start convincing themselves, and then you go from there.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. What's the craziest story you've had come out of your community with like either a crazy prospecting method or a really big deal or?
Oh man. Yeah, I don't ever like to make income claims. I'll just, in general, we had this one guy named Kevin. I won't put all this stuff out there, but he came in, he was like learning about it. He's like, dude, I'm totally new to this. I think he was in the Air Force, and he came in and he was like, okay, I don't know anything about this AI stuff. So we show him like the basics, and like I always preach, like just go out there and talk to people. Like F the tech, like it does not matter. Like get paid, and then you'll have to learn it. I was like, nothing sets a fire under you until like you get paid. Like you have to learn it. So he did that. He just started talking to people. Somehow he stumbled into speaking at a real estate event, and he spoke on stage for 30 minutes. And like the next call he came to, and we celebrate our calls, like we have these big confetti poppers and stuff.
Nice.
But he's like, dude, how many confetti poppers you got? I was like, I got more than you got wins. Like, don't worry about it, man. He's like, I don't know. And then he's like, all right, so I spoke on stage for 30 minutes about how this could work. He's like, all these high level, high net worth real estate people.
And he's never sold a bot in his life.
Never sold a bot in his life. And he gets off stage and he got like swarmed because like people have not seen this. Us marketers, we feel like everybody's doing this stuff.
Yeah.
But like you go out to like real business owners, nobody's doing this stuff. And he got like swarmed, and he had like, I think he said he had 14 calls. But at the time he hopped on our call, he said, he's like, yeah, I had 6 calls so far. He's like, and I've closed, I think it was over $120,000 in deals. He was charging $30,000 to set up a voice AI solution for these people. But because each one of their deals like nets them so much, like they're high net worth real estate people selling $1 million, $2 million deals. And I was like, dude, what? I was like, you need to teach our community. Like I've never closed a $30,000 deal for just AI. Another one was, we got a guy named Joey, and he, Air Force again, he's actually a fighter pilot, like weapon systems officer, which is crazy. Never sold anything, but closed his first client for $10,000, like, and $1,000 a month. But the crazy part about it was that was within 3 months he sold them on an annual. So like he actually collected over $25,000 because like it took 4 calls, closed this client, and then they got results in a month that made them like $50,000 or $53,000. It's like a case study about it now. But and then they signed up for a whole year because they're like, can't live without this. We want to lock in this price before you raise it, like because like they thought it was going to be more expensive. So those are my favorite. I mean, we have over 100 documented stories of like people using this. One of my, sorry, I got another one.
How did the fighter pilot get the client?
Loom video
Nice.
outreach. I'm telling you, like, that is so underutilized. It's not sexy and it sounds like old school and stuff, but like, dude, like if you tell somebody, hey, your ads look great, but they're not turning into paying customers, like I can help you with that. It's like the easiest thing ever. Like I swear to God, it's a cheat code right now.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a cold walk-in at scale because they can see your face and see that this is like you made something specifically for them. The quick aside, my buddy, old roommate of mine, runs a company called Project Solar, and they make basically it's e-commerce solar. So instead of door knockers and all that, they just ship the panels to your roof, and then they'll bring a local installer, and they're like everyone. You go on Reddit and read about how much solar panels cost. They come in at 15K, 20K, and everybody else is coming in at 40, 50, whatever. And so very interesting model, everything. And they were running ads, getting like all these crazy add to carts. Everything was progressing super well, but they couldn't get anyone to close. And he just started making Loom videos to all the people who had reached out. And was like, hey, I saw this, you submitted this info. I actually made this little design. This is what it would look like. Boom, sale.
I'm
Boom,
sure.
sale,
I'm sure.
Boom, sale.
Nobody takes the time to do that. Like and then the other people, like I talked about the Loom thing, they're like, oh, I'm gonna build this to scrape the ads library and get 500 people. Then I'm gonna use AI and send these videos. Like, all right, you're gonna have like a 0.001 conversion rate. Like, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it can work as the outreach, but it can also work as the nurture. Like if you're running ads, if you sell people, they no show or whatever, shoot 30 seconds for a Loom is going to be so much better than your automated, email sequence. I mean,
that is
obviously automations rock, but
yeah, but no, that is a huge hack. Like we teach our chiros to do that. Like follow up with leads with videos. Like turn on the machine in the back. Hey, Jessica, saw you opted in. Wonder what questions you have. Can't wait to see you. Skyrocket, like because nobody does it. And I was super nervous when I sent my first Looms. Like it took me like 50. I was messing up my name. Like that's how nervous I was. It's like, hey, I'm just, I was so like messed up. But once I got it down now, like I can just do it, and then people appreciate it. The other tip though, smile in these Loom videos. Like actually look like you like what you're doing. And I think that's a big reason we get such a high response rate with it.
Nice.
One crazy story though that I'm thinking of. I did a webinar training not that long ago, and it was like no joke. It was like a Wednesday night, and this guy was on. Weird story. He's like a British guy, but was in Thailand. And I only know this because he like, I'll explain here in a sec. But he watched it and I told him about the Loom thing and just reaching out to businesses that are running ads. And then Friday he reached out. He's like, you are the man, like with like 20 exclamation points. And I was like we never spoke before. Like I was like, what happened, man? He's like, I just landed my first client with an AI. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like what? He's like, I was on your training Wednesday. He's like, I booked an appointment and I just closed them. He's like, I just got the Stripe notification. Like they paid the half deposit. And I was like, dude, that's like the craziest, fastest like implementation ever. And he's like, yeah, and I have another meeting tomorrow. Long story short, the other meeting no-showed or something, but he booked them the next week and closed them. But he closed 2 clients within 7 days. And I was like, dude, did Loom video work for you? He's like, no. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, I just sent the message saying what you said. It looks like you're running ads, you're getting leads, but they're not converting. I can fix that for you. And he just sent a message and I was like, dang, like that worked. So that to me was like crazy, but I'm telling you, it's such a pain point. Like when I had that doctor out and he was in Gainesville, Georgia, not to say names, but Dr. Terry Crews out in Georgia that canceled me after getting a 20-to-1 return on ad spend, wasn't happy with his ads. I was like, yo, if he's not happy, nobody's happy. And that's when we really bolstered our customer service to stay in contact with people. Cause I was like, dude, if he left, anybody can leave. But we started using that strategy to like, as bad as it sounds, poach other clients from other marketing companies. Because I would like reach out and like, hey, I see you're running ads with such and such. Like they're really known for getting leads, but if you want quality people that actually turn into paying packages, I was like, we have this new system. Man, I took like their whole roster like with that. And then now it works even better with AI employees because now you can say, I'm not trying to run your ads. We just have the tool. And they're like, oh, okay, I don't have to switch or do anything. They just plug this in. And then we get on the call and it's like, sometimes I do sell them ads because like they're a good fit for it, but I usually just try to get my foot in the door with the AI. But I just press on the pain point that I know you're spending money on ads. You wish they're converting more, right? Like that is literally it.
And these marketing agencies that you're not even poaching their clients, but you're working hand in hand with the leads that they're generating. Do they play nice?
Some do, some don't. I mean, that's just kind of the name of the game. Some people are a little, and then some of them know me. So like, they're like, oh, what's he doing? But I'm like, I truly will. Like, I'd rather collaborate than compete with anybody. But like, it's the times that they either make it hard for us to connect or like we have this one company that keeps like changing things and not letting us know. So then our AI is sending out an appointment booking for $79, but they just changed the offer to $49. And then they're like, oh, that's them. And we're like, all right, keep playing. Like we end up with your client. Like, but it's, most of them play nice and just tell them like, hey, if you guys want a contract, I won't take your clients, you don't take mine, but make sure it's like a two-way street. Because we've also had people like, not us, but in our community that play nice with the ads company and then they try to reverse engineer it. That's not super common. But I mean, you can find some great partners that they're just great at ads, you're great at AI, and it's like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair game if you want to reverse engineer my AI and, try to roll it out to your client. But you better be joining the Jeff's community because like you both see each other in the school group at the same time. Yeah. You're on the call like
we had to have it once. It was so awkward.
Oh, that's funny. So I've been thinking about this concept, which is how reliable is your offer delivery? Mm-hmm. We both know with ads, it's highly market dependent. You want to copy paste ads and it works like I'd say 60% of the time, like the market and the client and everything aligns, and it's just like I can copy paste these same local ads for chiropractors across the U.S. and I'm crushing it.
Did it?
And then 40% of the time, it's like, what is going on with these ads? Like it's the same exact ad. Like why is it not working? Mm-hmm. And I think there's a lot of factors there. Sometimes the client is toxic and has a bad reputation, and you don't know that. Sometimes the market
sounded like a personal story there. he has
I have my
there.
Suspicions, but. Sometimes it's the market, like it's just really small or it's really competitive or you don't know how to market specifically in that locale as well as somebody who lives there and understands it would, right? Mm-hmm. Tons of reasons for that. But when I think about Hormozi and gym launch, he didn't launch an ads company to these gyms. It wasn't like, I'm just running your ads. It was like a licensing, like, hey, we're going to switch up your pricing. We're going to change the way you sell. We are going to run ads. We're going to qualify the leads. We're going to book them in, like all of it wasn't even a full package. It was like, hey, we're literally consulting you, transforming your business. And that allowed him to sell $1,000 a week for 12 weeks to a broke gym owner and literally make them the money back within the time that their next invoice was due in a week. And some of these older models, especially if you're selling like SEO, takes a while. There's some quick wins you can get, and there's ways to get around the time that it can take to figure out some of these marketing things. But your conviction as a marketer and as a salesperson goes up so high when it's like, we implement this and literally overnight these
like
people are
fast
crushing
result.
it. Yeah. And it's every single time. Like it's not like, we're going to implement this and like most of the time it works pretty well, but sometimes it doesn't. And you're like laying in bed, like, is this client going to work or not? Yeah. Has that been your experience with ads, first of all? And then how would you say AI fits into that whole thing?
Definitely the experience with ads. There's so many variables. I mean, and I would, not to toot our own horn, but I feel like we were the best in our industry, like with our specific stuff. So that happened very rarely, but there were so many variables that you just can't control. However, with AI, experience has been a little bit different because we only target people that are actively spending money on advertising and they have traffic, and we don't even try to sell anybody that doesn't. We know it's going to work. Like there's never been an instance where if they're getting traffic, I can help you. If you're not getting traffic, your AI has nobody to talk to. It can't help you anyways. But like as long as you have traffic, like there's not a world where it doesn't work.
And the people who've been running ads for a while, they're probably getting an ROI positive investment, even if it's 2 or 3 to 1. Mm-hmm. And if you can take that to 5 or 6 or 10.
Yeah, and even simpler than that. Like I love to target. My rule of thumb is target businesses where they sell something that has a comma in it, which sounds funny, but like literally, if it's $1,000, if all I do is sell them $1,000 AI, and ours are more expensive, but like if I sell them $1,000 AI setup, and then it's $297 a month, I only have to get them one for it to break even. Anything else is gravy on the train. So like I target businesses where just one new job makes them happy, and I kind of charge accordingly. The reason we charge body contouring clinics $2,500 because I teach them to sell $2,500 packages. So I'm like, hey, setup's $2,500. We'll help you sell one more that covers it, and then it's just $497 a month after that. Roofers, $10,000, but because each job on average is like $20,000.
Well, that's
like,
a nugget there,
Yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier, but like that's kind of how we do our pricing. Is like if I just get you one more win, I sell worst case scenarios, and if you're happy with that and you do business with me, I didn't promise you the moon and like have to worry and stress about delivering that. I just have to get you one this month and you're going to be happy with me. It happens every time. So,
yeah.
But again, as long as they have traffic, I won't work with somebody that's not marketing because that's a whole mindset shift in itself. Like I got to teach you to invest and do the right things when somebody comes in. Like, no. You come back to me when you're ready. But like if you're running ads, like you're getting traffic or you're getting calls and you're missing them, I can help you.
One other nugget I just want to drop that I heard. So your VSL thing, if you're still trying to get over the hump where you feel okay about running ads for your business, What you could do is film the VSL, host it on a landing page, and print out business cards, and then drop the business cards in businesses or windshields or wherever you want.
That's some sauce right
It's
there. I
kind of
like
cool,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook the other day. So
Yeah, I like that.
somebody try that and report back.
I'm gonna try that. We have Ian. He goes drop off some business cards. I'll shoot the video. Only other thing is like, there's like two schools of people. One, they think that you have to do all this crazy complex stuff to be able to charge high ticket or like go out there and talk to clients. And the other one thinks that the window's already passed. They're like, oh, it's too late to sell AI employees. But like, those are so both far from the truth. Like, I think those would be worth kind of like mentioning.
Yeah.
Like, because I think we got a wave of like another, no less than 6, but probably no more than 12 months of this window to where you can charge high ticket because nobody's doing it, and then also just pick up a ton of market share right now.
So going back to the thing where, you know, you're working and playing nice with these marketing agencies that are good at ads or SEO or whatever, the majority of this audience are those people who are like, I want to figure out how to implement AI, but I'm not sure how, and it seems more complicated, and it goes off the rails sometimes, and. Mm-hmm. What advice do you have for those people?
And then the other people, like other camp of people, I should say, is they feel like they've missed the boat with AI employees. I really still feel like we are very early on in this because high level is just now getting to the point where I feel like it's acceptable for 80, 90% of businesses out there. That has kept a lot of people on the sidelines or testing or playing with these other tools. And they're complex. Like I have all these members in my group building with all the innate in and make and like trying to hook all this stuff together. And they don't get clients or they don't get a lot of clients because it's such a hard thing to build. So you've got people that have been over-engineering stuff and been slow to getting to market. And then you got the people that thinks the tools that we have natively in high level or like the simpler ones aren't good enough to go after clients. So like there's these people, but the market's still like ripe for the taking, I should say. Like you can literally for the next 6 to 12 months be reaching out to people and people still have never seen or heard of this stuff. Like we talk about it all day long. Facebook's full of like voice AI this, da 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 da. But when you talk to real business owners, like they're barely getting acquainted with ChatGPT or like their niece or dog or somebody's talking about it, but they don't know anything about this stuff. So you're not late. You're still super early, but I promise you that window's closing like in the next 6, no more than 12 months. Like you will not have the opportunity that you have right now.
In terms of being able to charge high ticket and like...
Yeah, charging high ticket, and then also just being able to reach out to somebody with this and them not seeing it before. Like I feel like in 12 to 18 months, like this will just be standard protocol with whatever you're offering. Like it'll be so easy to build and like so available everywhere. People will know what it is. Right now, people don't know what it is, so you can use that curiosity to your advantage.
But you're not worried about that, cannibalizing this business 12 to 18 months from now?
No, the businesses I work with, I mean, for instance, the example that I gave earlier, that guy doing $10 million a year for the last 5 years, the bigger businesses, like when we were a big agency, I wasn't distracted by the shiny objects because it was so hard to implement new things at like scale. The bigger businesses are still always going to pay the person to do the job. Like I will still always pay for the coaching or the expert to come in and do the thing that we need to do because it's not worth my time to like try to figure that out from the ground up. So again, if you're working with no offense to any businesses out there, but like the lower bottom feeding type businesses that don't have their stuff together, they're always going to nickel and dime. They're always looking for the cheapest solution that they can do themselves. But the bigger businesses that are actually wanting to grow, they're just going to find the Keaton Walkers and Jeff Lopez's to do it for them.
So let's say you haven't really used AI except ChatGPT. You're looking to get into selling this to businesses. What's the plan that you would give someone over a 1 month period to close their first client, deliver for them, and feel confident going out and closing more?
Okay, well, first off, get high level. There's a trial. I'm sure this man could give you a link that could give you some time on that. But honestly, the plan to everybody is, and actually, let me look at the camera for this one. So plan for anybody to get started within a month or less is get high level, but don't worry about the tech. Do not consume yourself with trying to learn how everything works. Just start going to talk to people. I mentioned going to Facebook Ads Library, which is literally facebook.com/ads/library. And you can search niche specific things. And what I mean by that, and if you're a beginner, if I want to find roofers, I'll search roofing, I'll search storm damage or whatever the things they might be saying in their ads. And I'm just going to reach out and say, hey, I see you're running ads and it looks like you're getting leads, but if you want more of those to turn into full roof replacements or whatever the industry specific verbiage is, say that. Keep it simple. I don't want to run your ads. I have a tool that can help turn more of those into full roof replacements. If you got 10 to 15 minutes, I'd love to talk about it. Just start talking to people. I don't even care if you butcher your first 1 to 2 calls. You just need to get the rhythm of getting people curious and on calls with you. And then the other thing is networking events are so back. You literally can go to a networking event. If you just get people talking about themselves, what do you do? ask them about their business. And then when they ask you, it's like, oh, we use a tool, and you can say AI at the networking event, but we use AI tools to help follow up with qualified leads. So you have more leads turn into paying customers. And when you say that, you will literally come back with a stack of cards because everybody can use it. But I would go to at least 2 networking events, and I would send at least 5 Loom videos a day, every day of the week. You will have a client, you will figure it out. It's not very hard, and you will get results. And then when you get that first shot of like results and that confidence that comes from that, it's like this flywheel that just like kicks in. So that's how I would do it. You don't even need money. Like you literally get a trial from Keaton on Go High Level, start prospecting, figure out. Yeah, it's super simple.
Yeah, that's great. All right, so let's close out with where can people find out more and get help from you and your business partner?
Yeah, so I would just go to school.com/marketers. We have free resources there, and if you want more help, we have a lot of cool things that can help.
Cool, you heard it here first, folks. Fill the comments up with how this Loom video outreach is working for you, because when somebody finds this in a couple months, I want a bunch of proof in the comments that this stuff works, because it actually does.
Yeah, and I'm going to come back and check too, so yeah,
Sick.
please kill it.
Thanks, bro. This was fun.
Appreciate you, man.